Start for the Slammers on this one, something we didn't see in games 1 and 2. They were able to take the 5-point lead here at the end of the first. As we start the second quarter now, Slingers with the possession. Al Vergara trying to get something going for the Slingers here as he misses another shot, back iron. Rebound goes to Fräulein Bagian. Bagian doing a good job to stay in the game this time, and of course, directing his players, being the floor leader that he is. Ataporn gets the pass up top. Dixon doing a bit more, or should I say getting a bit more range than usual as he pops out for that pass. The shot is off the mark by Piepong Perun, and it goes back to the hands of Al Vergara. Vergara now inside to Skinner, who's guarded by Quete. They're going to call a second foul on Quete there. Chris fouls, and they're unable to continue for the remainder of the game. Avenido there off the inbound. Avenido takes the jumper. Again, back iron, off the mark. Bagian just taking his time, trying to set up the offense. We know the Slammers have a very strong half-court offense. There's this high screen by Dixon. Gets it over. Andy Larong again with the three. Dixon very active in game 3 here, trying.
Kyle Jeffers just directing Marcus Skinner there. It's going to be end-to-end. Oh, that's going to be goaltending, yes?
They're possibly calling that an offensive foul. The sign from the official showed an offensive foul. It's either a push-off, because I didn't see a position there. I believe Marcus Skinner may have pushed off. Yep, as he did there with his free hand. And so there, not necessarily you would see an offensive foul on the charge, but there it was a push-off on Skinner's part.
I think I saw some moves like that in the Rugby Six Nations last night.
Artie Larong, very active here in the first half, and maybe not the man you expect to be scoring this much in the first half, and able to cause some problems for Skinner. That's 2 so far, 2 violations that he was able to cause on Skinner's part that we rarely see. The first one was that offensive push-off, and on the very next play now, Skinner, he was able, that's a little nice defensive play as we saw there. Skinner was backing in, and he just let himself back all the way in and traveled with the ball. Now the ball goes back to the Slammers. Ataporn looking for Dixon. Dixon well covered by Jeffers. Goes back to the right side. Bagian now takes it back into the middle. Bagian dishes off. Ataporn gets fouled on the shot. Loose, so some of these players obviously dealing with some light physical injuries.
Ataporn, Mylaporn goes 2 for 2. No, it rims out around the side of the iron.
We have home court advantage, which is why the final deciding game is being played right here in Bangkok. However, for the home team, as we see, Laurent Artie just causing all sorts of problems for the Slingers with a nice long pass to Ataporn, unable to get the reverse, as Laurent Artie got the steal there, and getting in the face of Skinner there, as we can see, talking a little bit to him. Al Vergara gets loose, and they're going to count that anyway. It was on its way down. They're going to call that against Dixon. And the 2 is good for the Slingers. Bagian now back on the offense. Gets Ataporn to pop out with Larong inside on the block, and Dixon, second option, goes to Dixon. They're going to call the foul before Larong already went for the shot there. Still a 6-point lead for the Slammers. For those of you joining us, as we take a look at the replay here, so they've kind of switched things up a little bit here, Scott. Jason Dixon, normally the first option inside on the block. We've seen him pop out a few times. Dixon has been popping out and facing up against Jeffers.
And when you get to the 3rd game in a playoff series, this being the final game as well, it can sometimes be risky, but in this case, so far, it's all.
Al Vergara splitting the defense there and drawing the reaching foul against Sopon. So the inbound goes back to the Slingers, and Avenido gets free for that easy layup. And the Slingers have cut the lead now to 4. Slammers trying to hang on. Ataporn And that's not the shot that he's normally used to, but that's something we're used to seeing. Chasing his own shot, gives it to an open Laurent. Off the mark from the corner, Vergara. He gets down the court real quick. Avenido with the open three. Off the mark. A nice offensive rebound there by Skinner off the Avenido miss. However, they're going to call the foul against Sopon.
Here we have a look at it again. Vergara tries to get round through into the paint. Dixon up there to block the shot, but the foul had already been called. Slingers in possession. What's Avenido going to do now?
So Thailand, we should mention, with 4 team fouls now, so the next one will put them in a bonus situation, and a beautiful block by Dixon. Dixon asserting himself inside, and certainly a bit more aggressive than we've seen in the last 2 games. And that's what we see Dixon do best, coming over, helping out. With Laurent Hardy obviously not being able to get up and block that. Dixon with a good job. The ball goes back to the Slingers now. Vergara with the lob pass inside to Jeffers. And Jeffers with a very smart play there. He knew the pass was a bit too far ahead. So option B, plan B. Let's just put it off a slammer.
Yeah. It worked on this occasion.
15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Inbounds on the baseline, and that's that alley-oop play we've seen time and time again by Vergara and Skinner. Tries to alley-oop it, so he draws. That's right, Marcus Skinner, I should say, is going to the line. And yeah, you're right, Scott. If the Slingers are able to shoot as well as they did from the free throw line in game 2, then this is definitely a point of the game where they can take advantage. However, missing both on those attempts, and Marcus Skinner obviously, but the ball goes out of bounds back to the Slingers with a fresh shot clock. It's Avenido now, pulls it back out. Avenido guarded by Adaport. Avenido takes his own shot, and that's going to be an air ball.
A good example there of how Leo Avenido has been a bit hot and cold this season when it comes to three-pointing. He came on storming through the beginning half of the season, lost it a little bit towards the end, brought it back in that decisive game against the KL Dragons, but we haven't really seen it since, and they're a perfect example of the air ball.
Well, as I said before, whenever I see a guard with having a shooting drought, the best way to get his game going is to drive the lane, as he has a nice pass there, looks for an open teammate, finds Pathman underneath the basket for an easy one off the glass.
Pathman Matialakin getting his personal score sheet up to 6 points now.
Chris Quete, pick and roll. Dixon, baseline, gets both men up in the air and gets an easy deuce, not taking any chances on that one.
Good example of a pump fake there, so he just raised his hands, dragged in both defenders, they flew over the top of him. It was a nice, easy little pop shot just for him to get 2 points on the board. Skinner going to try and reply. Dixon again.
Dixon with several blocks now in the game so far here in the first half. Dupont Peroon takes the quick shot, and the Slingers just running the floor. Vergara gets it to Avenido. Nice pass by Avenido. Shot's no good. Quete now comes up with it. And the Slammers wisely slowing the pace down. This is not the pace. They don't want that fast pace. They want to set up their offense, their half-court offense. Sopon giving Bagyan a bit of a break as he takes over at the point guard position. Dixon now takes Jeffers up high, and this is what I've been talking about earlier. Jason Dixon does have that range for the jump shot, but he's been facing up Jeffers throughout the game, but that's helping him get back on defense as well, Scott.
Vergara there deciding not to take Dixon on one-on-one, stepping aside for the shot. Unfortunately didn't go through. Chris Quete not able to reply on behalf of the Chag Thailand Slammers. Now Vergara's turn to reset the play, calm things down for the Slingers, and see if they can bring it to within less than 4 points.
I was about to say, good job by both sides. Dixon there with a nice defensive play off the missed shot. He was the first one to get back, and there's Skinner we saw with a very clean defensive play on the other end. And now, obviously, defense is the game here, as both sides not letting any easy shots go, except for that one by Sapon with a rare miss. And Avenido, with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half, Avenido takes it to the left side. Back to the middle and Skinner. Vergara inside to Jeffers. Jeffers facing up. Dixon, spin move inside. Jeffers. Off the glass, Dixon. Easy rebound for Jason Dixon.
All credit to Chiang Tai Land Slammers. 3 minutes have gone since they got their fifth team foul. So far, they've kept it clean, and Slingers haven't been able to take advantage of the foul rule.
Taking some time off the clock here. Jackie back out. Quete now on the right side. Quick to drive into the lane and gets fouled by one of the two. Welcome back, folks. Red hot action here in the first half for the ABL semi-final round playoff series between the Chiang Tai Land Slammers and the Singapore Slingers. We are now into the final and deciding game. Game 3 here, as the Slingers were able to win at home back in February 1st and able to push this to a third and final game. But the Slammers here at home, very difficult to beat, as they had the best record in the regular season. However, the Slingers down by 5, trying to win 2 in a row against the #1 team. And Jeffers now takes a jumper against Dixon, and Dixon has got to do a better job to get in the face of Jeffers, because Jeffers very good from that distance. Oh, behind the back pass. Over now to Baguion. Baguion with Quete on the left of him. Quete now. Piapong Haroon, and gets another one to go. Piapong Haroon stretches that lead back out to 6.
After Matialakin looking for the layoff back to Alvagara there. Loose ball. Quete takes advantage. Oh, but he misses that one. Manialakin makes it back up, gets it to Alvagara this time. He's looking to go coast to coast, but he gets it into Kyle Jeffers, and he draws the foul.
Nothing wrong with making a mistake as long as you make up for it, and Papin did exactly that. Not giving up on the play. And Quete there with a nice pass. Piapong Haroon so far, one of the shooters from the Slammers, doing a great job. 6-point lead with just under 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Game 3 to decide who's going to play against the Air Asia Philippines Patriots, the reigning champions here in the ABL in this year's finals, the 2011 finals. Obviously, either one of these sides will be a good matchup against the Patriots, as Quete takes it right against Jeffers. Jeffers all over him on defense, and Quete still able to make good off the glass. Here's Vergara now. Goes left to Skinner. Skinner with a screen from Jeffers. And both teams now obviously in bonus situation. Avenido off the quick inbound pass, takes the quick shot, and gets it to go. And we didn't see him go down for any reason, but
concerned there. We've got Dra courtside, so perhaps as things go on, she'll be able to
be a visiting bench. He had a bit hostile behind the visiting bench, of course, backing their home team. Now you can hear them chanting in the background with just 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Chris Quete, play continues as Perun is still being attended to. Now Dixon tries to get the ball on the inside. Dixon tries to save it from going out of bounds, but gets it to Avenido. 3 red shirts there. Oh, 4th one coming in. Skinner scrapping his way in for that, and Avenido misses the drive. Chris Quete and Dixon both going up for that rebound. 5 seconds remaining. Jantuma. And they're going to call that the end of the second quarter as we bring the first half to a close. Is the Chiang Tai Land